believe it or not. Over here on the left again is your teams. I've created it's really easy to create a team. We'll walk through that, but for instance, we have a team here called the Microsoft Teams webinar, and this is the team. Think of it as a specific group related to a project or a topic. So in this case, anything related to the webinar is underneath this Microsoft Teams webinar group. And the only people that I invite to this would be able to see this. So for, in this case, this example, myself, Alex, and Chad are part of this webinar, where the rest are part of this Microsoft team, where the rest of the company wouldn't be able to even see this in their list. The other teams, this is kind of an example of how we do things or how we use teams. I have teams, we have one broken down into accounts receivable, accounts payable, so that's like the C-level group here, and then the accounts receivable person. Our account managers have their own team, so all conversations and all things related to the account managers are there. We have one for our centralized services. Here's a list of, we have a team and a channel for all our clients. A development department one. You can see there's a whole bunch of different marketing, a whole bunch of different ones split up, and these are all the teams that I'm members of, but there are other teams here internally at the Miller Group that I'm not a member of, like the ones where they talk behind my back. Though I don't see that where other people do. Creating a new team is really easy. Down here at the bottom, you can go and click on that, and it says create a new team. You create a team here. If you can build one from scratch, or you can choose from an existing Office 365 group, but just creating one from scratch, you can make it private or you can make it public. So if you make it private, only the people that you invite can join that team. If you make it public, anyone can join it, but by default, only the people that you invite will be part of that team. But if somebody goes up there and searches for a new team or for a certain team, they can find it and add themselves to that team. Or you can make an organization-wide one where everybody is automatically a part of that team. So when you do go through that process, it asks you to give a name of the team, and the next step would be inviting people to the team. Once I get there, so for instance right here, you just start typing, and there you go. You can, like I mentioned before, you can invite outside people not part of your company to your team. So if I was to invite, for instance, I have a Gmail account that is not part of my Microsoft Office tenant, I could invite that myself there, or my Hotmail account, I could invite myself as a guest, and then that email address would then get a link then. They do not have to have Microsoft Office. They will be asked to create an Office 365 login. They don't have to have a license for that. It's free, and then they will have access to that team. Anything in a team, these are called teams, anything in that team, whoever's a part of that team that you invited to, will be able to see anything inside there. So that's part of kind of like the little security and how they divvy it up.